I'm mainly concentrating on my left hand. I want you guys to be able to see what's going on with all the embellishments up here. So we're going to start out with a slide. And remember, the slide's going to start down in the right hand with the G string. We're going to keep the thumb right around the 2nd fret and pluck it and thrust your finger up, but don't move your whole arm. You don't want to lose your positioning on your thumb around that 2nd fret. So the slide's going to sound like this. Once again. Okay. So establish the note, slide it up. Okay, now we're going to add the basic strum that we've learned on our roll patterns along with that. So we're going to do the slide, then do the basic strum, slide, basic strum. And the counting on that, if you were to dissect it rhythmically, it would be like this. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and the whole measure would sound like this if you did it over and over. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you just want to practice that until you do it and you don't even think about it. Okay, now we're going to go on to the pull-off. Same exact concept, but just now establish a note and flick your finger off. Now we do these embellishments with the 2nd finger on our left hand, not counting the thumb. Fingers 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 2nd finger is longer, so it can go further. It can also, it's a little stronger, so I can get off there. Now some people pull this way, but I think that's moving away from the neck. I would just flick it out. Don't be concerned about that the volume of the 2nd note is equal to. It could be 30% less. See? I could even make it sound like more if I get it to dig into this little ridge that I've created. But that's a lot of work, and I wouldn't even worry about it. It'll just come naturally. Okay, so here's a pull-off in that same type of basic strum. Excellent. We're going to go to the hammer-on now. This hammer-on is going to be demonstrated on the low D string. And we're going to pluck the low D with our thumb, then just let the weight of your hand fall down on top of that string on the 2nd fret, and you'll get this. Okay. Now I put them all together and it starts to sound like Cripple Creek. Slide, pull off, hammer on, basic strum. Okay, and you can go back to Cripple Creek and go through that. All the embellishments are shown there. Now in Cumberland Gap, you get this 2 to 3 hammer-on. So now that's a hammer-on, but of a different kind. That's from one finger, an existing finger, to another finger. So you're still going to pluck it, but then you're going to put down that 2nd finger and create a hammer-on further up the neck. So you're not utilizing an open string. You're going to already have a finger down on the same string and bring that up. Okay, so the difference between a hammer-on and a slide. Well, I like to do a hammer-on if I'm only going one fret. Okay, so if I was going for that, I do a hammer-on. If I'm going to go to the 4th fret, then I'll do a slide. Or like in Cripple Creek, you go from 2 all the way up to the 5th fret. So the slide is for further distances, where, you know, if you were to do something that was more like more percussive. Sally Gooden also had that same type of thing. Sounds like this. So see that dissonance in there? Well, that's a dissonance of a minor second, which sounds really bad to our ears, but we're not going to play it. We're not shooting to play it that slowly that the listener would hear that. What they're going to hear is and that's that bluesy sound that bluegrass has when you do those hammer-ons. So it doesn't sound as offensive as if I just compared those two notes. But that's the hammer-on. Okay. So we have slides and pull-offs and hammer-ons to existing fingers. And that's going to complete our area for embellishments.